Hello and welcome back to Sportsnet Lakers. I'm Allie Clifton. Joining me, our Laker insider Mike Bresnahan from the LA Times. His name is Broderick Turner, BT. Geeter will be joining us in a few minutes. Good to see you, BT.
Allie, good to see you. Where have you been?
Here.
I have not been here very often.
You have not.
But whenever I turn the TV on, I always see your smiling face. You and Geeter, and I enjoy that. And that other guy that went to Alabama, Robert Ory.
You enjoy that?
What about the man you're...
hey, Francis, how are you?
I am not getting to you yet.
What is this voice behind me talking about?
I thought you and Rob didn't really, thought you enjoy each other's company sometimes.
You know, he went to the wrong school.
Exactly. Amen. Say that louder for the people.
He went to the wrong school, Robert Ory.
And with that, that's how you start a show. Here we go. LeBron James has been enjoying the playoffs as much as the rest of us. Tweeting this, I will not miss the postseason again for my career. This hurt. Okay, back to watching these games. At his exit interview, LeBron reflected on falling short of the playoffs this past season.
I mean, it's not failure at all. I mean, listen, we came to work every single day, put our hard hats on, and we try to get better every day. And the result just didn't happen for us. So, but it's not a failure. It's not like, you know, we came together as a team. We wanted to be as great as we can be. We just didn't accomplish a lot of the things that we would have hoped. But you know, obviously, I'll take, if you follow me, if any of my career, when we don't succeed, I take a lot of the responsibility, you know, and that's just who I am. And so, wish I could have been a lot better, you know, leading this franchise this year. I wish I could have been in uniform a lot more than I was. I think I gave, 56 games, I believe it was. And that wasn't enjoyable at all, you know, sitting on the sideline and knowing that you can make a difference and not being able to do it. So, you know, hopefully I could be a lot better with that next year. You know, winning is everything to me. And the fact that I was playing the way I was playing and it wasn't resulting in wins just, you know, wasn't enough. You know, so, you know, the frustration level was definitely at a high at times, and because you're just trying to figure out how can you be better and figure out how the team can be better. And, you know, and then, you know, you get hit with, you know, COVID protocols and, you know, and guys are in and out, and, you know, then you get hit with injuries, things of that nature, and you never just really get a full sample size of what the team can possibly be.
A pretty wide spectrum of results. You guys have won a title, you missed the playoffs twice. How do you sort of view this section of your career?
Well, I came here to win a championship, and I want to win more. So I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, but I'm still hungry for more. So, you know, and I'm confident that this organization wants the same. It's what this organization has always been about. And, you know, I also wanted just to change the narrative, you know, of how this franchise can compete at a high level again. You know, if they've done decades of winning. So, but yeah, when I signed here, you know, when Magic was here and, you know, and Rob was here, obviously, Rob's still here, I told him that I want to, you know, help this franchise become a champion once again. So I've done that. We've done that. But I want to do it again.
All right, guys, so LeBron missing the playoffs, just the fourth missed playoffs of his career. We all know he's going into season 20, so you do the math there. As he is sitting in the Maldives right now, as we talked about it, him posting that on social media, do you think he's rethinking that thought of the season wasn't a failure after also the tweet? Maybe just a little bit?
Well, the Lakers failed to even win a play-in game. Therefore, they failed to make the playoffs. That's called a failed season.
Thanks for
any way you want to look at it, it was a failure for the Lakers this year.
Yep.
And I think he understands that. He doesn't want to use that word. Maybe it was a negative word to him, but they were horrible this year.
So 16 games under 500.
So they were basically failures. The two teams expected to win the NBA title are gone. Brooklyn got swept. The Lakers never made it. That is called a failure, Michael Francis Bresnahan.
Well, Broderick, I definitely think LeBron is probably, if he were to watch this show tonight, see that quote. It was only 2 weeks ago he said that at a Laker exit interview. He'd probably say, yeah, I'd like to have that one back. And I know what he was saying. He was saying we tried hard. People didn't give up. No one punched each other in the locker room. But still, yeah, indeed, the Laker litmus test for success in any given season, Did you win a trophy? And this team, when you finish 11th in the West, you did not come close to winning a trophy. So, yeah, no doubt about it. As he is reclining in the Maldives, where I'd like to be right now. I'm not going to lie. Sounds pretty fun. He's probably thinking about what could have been and just what wasn't really close to being.
At the University of Wisconsin, where Brez says the motto "D's get degrees" is acceptable, did you use that line? This is not a failure. It is not a failure.
Yeah. As long as I kept getting the C minuses, always good. Always good.
He used that when the Wisconsin football team would lose to Ohio State. It was not a failure, is what he would say.
It happens every once in a while.
Priorities.
Yes.
Sports, football, college football. Staggering stat, courtesy of StatMuse. Check this out. It's the first playoffs in 17 years.
This is crazy.
Without KD or LeBron in the second round. Take it, Brez.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. Saw this earlier. It's a great stat, good detective work. But without those two guys have been the generation. The last 20 years, these two guys have been the top players in my book. And now to not have them, a part of me is kind of sad. But I'll tell you what, this playoff season, it's been amazing. I mean, there's so many games, so many series up in the air. Only one sweep in the first round. I'm fascinated by all these series. The one that doesn't do much for me, Utah-Dallas, and even that one's 2-2 right now. So even the ones I'm not interested in are probably going to have interesting endings, a.k.a. a possible Game 7. So without these two, yeah, you cry a little bit, you pour a little bit out for them, and you say, there's still some pretty damn good basketball going on right now.
Whereas my wine is too good to be pouring out. It's going to be in a cup, Allie. But it tells me that the league is in good hands. You got Luka.
Good point.
You have Ja Morant.
Good way to look at it.
You have Jason Tatum. You have a lot of great young players that are ready to take their torch, which they're doing now, and push the league forward. And I think it'll be fun to watch these young guys going forward because some young team is going to win the title this year.
I'd argue, though, that right now, LeBron is still up there. Kevin Durant is still up there in terms of passing the torch. Do you think this is not a good thing for the league to not have them a part of the postseason now moving forward? There are so many other compelling stories out there. I get it. But you think of those two individuals particularly?
And I would say it's good and bad. The bad part is that we're so used to seeing them perform at a high level. But the good part is again, having these young teams like Milwaukee. Still a relatively young team with Giannis. You have Memphis talking about all that smoke present hand. I like that trash talking going on. You have Brandon Ingram, the former Laker, who's doing great things in New Orleans. So having those teams, you still have someone like Devin Booker, who's out right now, but he's a young talent. To have those teams lets the league know that they're in good hands and they won't be failing anytime soon.
I see what you did there.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, great points, BT. And yeah, age is what's going on here. You know, KD, LeBron getting up there in years. I probably misspoke earlier saying they're the two best players in the last 20 years, probably definitely the last 10 years. So many titles between the two of those guys. But yeah, age creeps in. LeBron didn't show it, you know, in his year 37 season. But still, the rest of the Lakers obviously not looking good enough to get to this point. And yeah, I kind of miss it too. Like just 2 years ago, we were covering a team that went to the finals and won it. Very bizarre situation, obviously, with the bubble championship, but definitely missed the Lakers not in the playoffs at all.
Yeah, there's still plenty of other fun series players to watch. It's just a little different.
Yeah.
It's the stat.
Welcome back to Access. The playoffs are in full swing. Round one has been amazing. The Lakers, unfortunately, are not part of it, but time for some power rankings. This time we're talking about best players in the postseason. We're going from number 5 down to number 1. BT, you're going to go before Michael Francis. You have number 5.
Wow.
Go ahead, Broderick Allen.
Since I'm going ahead of Michael Francis, I'm going with the Joker, who may end up being the MVP this year.
Why those teams not doing well?
Well, they were down 3-0, right? Yeah. And what did he do? Played his butt off to make them get one win. So now they're down 3-1. So they still have a chance, Michael Francis.
So if you win one game, you're eligible to be on BT's list.
Yes, you. How about this? He could end up being the MVP of the league and be at home watching. But I pick my guy. Pick your guy.
Okay. Fine.
All right, number 5 for you, Brez.
I'm going to go with someone whose team is doing a little better, Jalen Brunson. This has been a big-time push for him in these playoffs. In 2 games against Utah last week, he scored 72 points over 2 games, filled in so well for Luka Doncic. And here's the best part for him. Not so good for Dallas, but good for Jalen. Unrestricted free agent in a couple of months, making only $1.8 million this year. That's a lot of money for us, but it's only about 1/4 of the league average.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Has he been the MVP of that series? Ooh.
Yeah.
He has.
He has. Yeah.
Are you upset that this was not your pick?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
You know why they're going to win that series? Because their guy came back. The man, Luka. That's why Dallas will win the series and have a chance to advance.
I think he's done
I love
pretty
what
well.
he's done.
Yeah.
He's been great, but he's not.
Would he be here for you, BT?
He's number 6.
He didn't play for the first. He's the MVP of the series, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Played every game. Go ahead,
Brunson.
BT. Number 4.
Okay,
Come on,
then.
don't fight us on that one.
I won't fight you guys.
I don't argue with you when it comes to like Paris foods.
You should
How
not.
could you? We never get invited to
Come
Paris.
on.
though.
Number 4 is Giannis.
Still disappointed.
Yep.
I mean, he's
Okay.
been great.
Okay.
He's been really perhaps the MVP of the league again.
Yeah.
But he plays hard all the time. He's a leader on this team. Leads them in scoring, rebound, assists. That is a true NBA player who wants to win another NBA championship.
If you don't have Giannis on your list, you're saying there's a problem. Any list, top 5, what? MVPs,
yes,
players?
someone does not. I don't think.
Actually, I don't.
President number 4.
So let's get that out there right now.
Yeah.
I have someone just as good, Steph Curry. Keep in mind, they kind of slow played him back into their first round series coming off that foot injury. He's only averaging about 27, 28 minutes. That's how many points he's scoring to. He's getting a point a minute in his limited time on the court. They have that series under control. I wanted to put Jordan Poole in
I
here
was going to
somewhere.
just ask you guys at the end. Jordan Poole, did you think about putting him in?
He's my 6.
Okay.
He's my 6. I mean, he had a great first few games, kind of leveled off in the last game, only about 10 or 11 points. But Steph is back, coming off the bench still. Don't know if that's going to hold
top
true.
5 is special, though. He's on the bubble.
Yeah,
Not
for sure.
top 5.
He's getting there.
BT, who's your number 3?
This is going to make Laker fans either upset or happy. B.I.
Well,
Brandon Ingram.
Well,
I would think happy because you appreciate him and what he did as a Laker. I knew he was going to be great. Here he is, right? I mean,
Or you could be
I
upset
was cheer-
because he's not still playing for the Lakers, and you might be in the playoffs right now.
But would he have done what he's doing with LeBron on the team as well, right?
No, he
Like
would not.
sharing the ball. He's the guy there.
What I love the most about him is he has the complete package, but he's shooting 50% from three-point range, Michael.
Ooh, that's new. That's fresh.
He has
You know?
been a beast.
Yes, he has.
Has he been the best player in that series?
Oh, without a doubt. Consistently across the board, because you have someone like Chris Paul who has 2 good games, 2 bad games. Reminds me of Brad's playing football. 8-man.
And Devin
that'd be
Booker,
4
remind
games.
everybody, Devin Booker is out. He got hurt,
Absolutely.
and that has definitely changed
B.I.
a little bit
has
of the
been
mojo
great.
of the series, and that puts B.I. in that slot for best player in the series.
I don't often agree with BT, but I have BI slotted at number 3 as well. In the last 3 games for the Pels, he's broken the 30-point barrier. In the playoffs, I mean, this is a big step for him, a good step for the franchise. Not convinced they're going to win the series. I know some of our good friends are a little nervous about that. Some of our Suns friends are not really feeling great, but I still think the Suns have the series. But what a coming out party for BI. Great week for him so far.
Are you upset that he copied you?
Well, he copied me, so no,
Yeah.
I can't be upset.
Obviously, I didn't copy that, though.
Yeah.
Well, I know basketball.
Why would I?
Number 2.
The 6th man of the year in the playoffs, Stephen Curry. That is my. What about that?
Are you putting him all the way up there?
I like that
Oh,
delivery.
absolutely.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? He's coming off the bench, averaging almost 30 a game.
Coming off the bench, averages 30. I know.
So how can he not? And
I'm just
as far as
asking.
he goes, he is the best player on their team. Top 5 in the NBA still.
no doubt.
And so I picked Steph Curry second, not fourth.
You know what I
He's not
remember
playing a ton of
about
minutes.
last year, what made me happy, even though they didn't make the playoffs, was that he reminded everybody that he's still here.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Maybe we were in the lottery for a couple years, and he has proven this year that he is still, like BT said, a top 5 player in the NBA. All right, number 2 for you.
We know the team. No one's talking about the Miami Heat. Here's the player.
No one talks
one's
about
talking
them.
No one talks about them. They were the best record
I
in
don't
the
either.
East. Yeah, it's like, okay, how good are they? What's going to happen? Jimmy Butler, check this out. 3rd in the league in scoring in the playoffs, almost 31 points a game. He's got that Heat team in pretty good shape against Atlanta. Now, I know he's got some, what was it, hammy soreness. He's going to sit out the game 5. So maybe points deducted for that. But a guy who missed about half of the regular season, really standing tall so far in the playoffs.
Number 2 right there. All right, number 1.
Well, Gator, Laker fans are going to hate this for sure.
Oh, BT, what?
Jason Tatum from the Boston Celtics.
Oh, because...
They hate the Celtics, don't you? You're a Laker fan. You
But I thought you were going somewhere else because he got taken 3rd and the Lakers had the 2nd pick. I thought that's where you were.
yeah, there is that too.
There is that too.
Okay.
But we're beyond that now. Just the fact
that was
that
years ago.
he's a great player.
By the way, you can heckle
a
Philly.
great-
You can heckle Philly more than you can the Lakers. They took Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
And the
Give us a
GM
break.
still has the job, right? No, he was fired. Smart man.
Only good move Danny Ainge ever made was convincing
Jason Tatum
everybody.
is a two-way player. He just demonstrated that by shutting down KD for most of the series. He has been great.
I'm
Phenomenal
joking,
player.
Danny Ainge. Don't panic. Yeah, Jason Tatum, guys.
Don't tweet it, Geek.
Listen,
Don't tweet it, Geek.
listen. Even Laker fans. I mean, listen. We never root for Boston. That's just straight up the truth.
Yeah.
They have a great team, but like the Nets getting swept and going out, I don't think anybody was bummed about that.
Oh, really?
Allie?
No, it's lesser two
Yeah,
evils.
you know what? They got beat by the Celtics.
They got beat by the better team.
That was Darth
did.
Vader against Darth Vader. That's what that series was.
Yeah. Go ahead, Russ.
Hey, I got Jason Tatum as well. I mean, yeah, it's weird to talk about him too much on a Laker network, but I liked his game 3 against the Nets. What did he do? 39, 6 and 6. The 6 and 6 were unusual. The 6 assists, but also 6 steals. Played very good defense. Really kind of stepped on the Nets' throat by going up 3-0 in that game and then closed it out in game 4. The 5th leading scorer in the playoffs so far.
Game winner in game 1.
Yeah, can't forget that either. Great stuff.
Jeter, I love my list.
Yeah.
I like mine too.
I love
Especially
my
when I
list,
can have any one win guys on my list.
You're not going to be happy with me. Here's where I give it to Brez. Thought outside the box. He went with the first round, and he went with Jalen Brunson, who has been the MVP of that series and did it without Luka.
Yeah, they're
and
still
he's been
around 'cause of him.
remarkable. I mean, Jokic is Jokic. He's always in the conversation, but they're getting smoked.
I want to be his agent right now. That's what I want.
You guys
You wish
agree
you had that
because-
pick.
No, I don't.
You
guys
do.
agree because you play volleyball together. That's why you agree with him.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You don't want to get spiked by.
No, for
you would
25
spike
years.
him.
He's on the varsity
man.
courts. I'm on the